I bet you are a lot like me, and there's times you need some help. Well, I need your help today. I'm back on the Stitches Challenger and trying to figure out these upper control arms here on the 70 Challenger. The control arms are the tubular upper arms that I got from my buddy Kurt over at Captain Kurt's Garage. Check out his channel. Anyway, we got some stuff that we got to do. So bring your eyeballs over here and bring your great brain with you, and let's see if we can figure it out. I'm Mike, and you're watching My Car Shop. So here's the control arm. Here's the original. So I think we're kind of lining up. Well, maybe we're not. Yeah, we're kind of lining up in the same spot, I think. Let's pull this out of here. Okay, that's there. Yeah, I think we're pretty much in the same spot. Okay, so I don't know if I need to mark these right and left or not. Let's get the other one so I know the difference. Okay, so they look pretty much the same. So we got several issues and we need to get some tissues. So let's get into the issues. We'd already talked about how the bushings in here are too big for these bolts, but I also discovered that while it's tight on the inside here, it's not tight on the outside, and there's a big gap in there. So I'm going to show you what I mean here. This is really tight to here, but it's not tight to out here. Now the factory one, I'll figure out where to put this. That works. The factory one has these little sleeves here and here and here that help compensate for all that and fit in there. I'm not so sure that we can put washers in there. I don't know. Because this is really tight on the inside, like really tight. There's room for a thin washer. Okay. So possibly, maybe. So I got to try a couple things here, see what we can figure out, how much we need to put in. It looks like a little thicker on the outside, a little thinner on the inside. I don't mind making custom washers for this. And of course, we don't know if these are, I'm guessing these are probably bent a little also, although the factory one, it doesn't really fit in there very well. So I'm going to guess these are bent. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is just tweak these out a little, tweak these back a little bit. Yeah, I can see that they're splayed. So let me just tweak these back just a little bit if I can to get this so this slips in and out of there easily, and that will help me determine what I need to do to make spacers. I've seen this happen before because we crank these things down, and aftermarket bushings aren't necessarily the best, and there's stuff. See how that works? Oh yeah, there we go. Fits like a glove.
Must be lovely.
Okay, good. So that's basically a line fit. And of course, this is the wrong side. What did I do with the correct side? Over there. It's only wrong because I had already adjusted the inner sleeves a little bit because they're way off center. Okay, so here, okay, good. And that's actually looks like it's fairly close to being equidistant on both sides. So I got an idea, and I want to try and see if this is going to get us one step closer to where we need to be. What I wondered about is, can we, not like that, we're not going to, kind of like this though, can we pop these little bushings off the end of this, like that one, like this, see? And we're going to get all four of those off of there. I'm going to get something different. I'll get those off of there. I'll be right back. Okay, interesting. I didn't pay any attention to this in the past. So, got these out, and I look, and these tubes in here seem almost the same size as the ones on those polyurethane ones. We got about 55, excuse me, yeah, 560 thousandths. And it makes you wonder, let's throw the new parts on the floor. Okay, this is 600 thou. So those are going to be sloppy in there. So that's not 100% going to work because I was hoping they would press in. But interestingly, the clearance on those bushings, if I was to put that bolt in there, is going to slop around just like it does on this. You learn something every day, you know? So can we, just for giggles.
Have you met my girl, Giggles?
Ha! Okay, so this tells me a lot right now. I'll get you over here. We're tight, we're tight, we're tight. So the only issue is that I can't use these because they're too sloppy in the sleeve. That's upside down anyway. But the point is, oh, let's just throw everything everywhere. That would be just lovely. Hold on. Okay, so I'm kind of holding those in position. And they fit in there beautifully. I promise they do. Yep. So there we go. So if I want to put my bolts through that, wherever they are. Okay, so here's a bolt. I promise it'll go. Well, it should go. Why do you got to make a liar out of me? There we go. That's the way it's supposed to go. And then, of course, our cam. Bazoom. Bazoom. So, that's cool. Now, let me clarify a couple things here. I like it. Now, these are not going to work, okay? Make that very clear. Those units are too small inside of this. I was hoping we were going to get lucky and these sleeves were going to be the same size. They're not. So what I need to do is machine some custom washers to a custom thickness that will press in here, that the bolts will fit through, and that will fit into here. You know anybody that's got a machine shop? Oh yeah, that's right. I guess I do. So what I need to determine is what material I'm going to make that out of, because this gets tightened down tight. So let's talk about functionality on upper control arm bushings, okay? So because there's those cup washers on the end, this thing is squeezed hard, okay? So the bolt doesn't move. The inner sleeve doesn't really, well, it doesn't move because it's pressed in with those cup washers and it's tightened down. So the way this moves is a combination of the bushing slipping. Now the bushing is staying stationary, but the control arm is slipping over the rubber a little bit, and in the rubber ones, the rubber flexes. So that's where you get that movement in your upper control arm. You know, how much of that is rubber flex, how much of that is the rubber slipping over the sleeve? I'm not going to get into that. There, you can argue that until you're blue in the face. But on a poly bushing, it's different. So it's 100% because poly bushings don't flex at all, correct? So on these, the only way this moves is that this sleeve is holds stationary, and as this goes up and down, the sleeve stays, and the polyurethane slides over the sleeve. So it's like through there the whole way. So what we need to do on this is create those cups or those washers that are going to hold that sleeve solid and then allow that sleeve to move. And it's going to do that as much through the squeezing as it is anything. So let's take you over to the vise and I'll show you what I mean. So I've got this really tight down in the vise. The sleeve is crimped. Ow, 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 that hurt. And now my arm is moving freely up and down because the polyurethane is sliding over the bushing. So in order to make this fit the car properly, I need to create squeezy washers that are going to go in here and do two things. They're going to provide the right diameter for the bolts, and they're going to squeeze on that when I tighten it down so that it holds that solid in there so that the poly can do exactly what it's created to do. I've been contemplating what material to make these out of, and because it's a non-wear surface, I think aluminum would be the easiest. I admit that, but I don't think that's going to be durable like I want, so I think I need to make it out of steel. And so it needs to press down in here and then bush down to the proper size for those control arm bolts, so that you don't get play, okay? Because they're wrong, as we showed you in one of the last episodes when we laid out all the suspension parts. So I got to ponder that. I may have to design it. I got to decide how much insertion I want on both sides. It doesn't need to be a lot because it's really about the squeeze, but it needs to be enough that it's providing that so we're not getting this on the bolt. So the factory ones are only a little bit, I'm probably going to over-engineer it a little. But that's what I got to do. You can see how little there is in there to hold that to the proper size. And some of that is going to be because it's non-wearing, right? It's so that little teeny bit is all it would take to hold that in place so this doesn't move around on the bolt, because it's all tightened down together and the movement is not in any of this, but the movement is in this case, the poly bushing. So could I get away with using these? Yes. Do I want to get away with using these? No. I'm going to dimension this out and see what we got, and we'll go from there. So I found this piece of bar stock. This would work. And I realized just how much machining I'm going to have to do to make some silly little washers out of that. Not sure that's the way to go. That's why I need you guys. I'm needing you to yell at your screen and get through to me through the interweb vibes how this needs to be done. I got another idea. Just like that, we got one done. So we got to do 3 more, but progress is progress no matter what. So yeah, pretty cool. I'll get those done. We'll get it in the car and we'll see how it goes. There we go. We're in Lake Flynn. And the beautiful thing works like a champ, just like we designed it. So good. Now I got to lather, rinse, and repeat for the other side, but I don't have time to do that today. Are we hitting? Okay, but we don't have a bump stop on here, but we are hitting right here, so we may need to trim that frame, but I don't have my rubber baby buggy bumper there. I still think probably we would be wise to cut that off there. Because it's a different design, tubular arm. Say that 4 times real fast. And Yeah, that bothers me a little bit. So, yeah, we know we need our bump here, but I don't think we're going to be, way up in this vicinity. Granted, when the car is in normal ride height position, it's probably going to be here. I'm concerned. As I look at that, I'm really concerned about the angle of this ball joint. Do I have the wrong one on here? Yep, I do. That one's for the other side. Okay. Pretty sure we'll know when we put the lower control arm in, but I don't think that should be like that. And as I put this other one in on top of it, this is much more copacetic and not so pathetic. So no biggie. They're not numbered right and left, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one as the left and that one as the right. Glad I noticed that, unless there's something radically wrong with the build, and I don't think there is. I think they're, you can see they're angled opposites, and because of where our lower suspension is down here, I know for a fact that's the right side. So I'm going to label those real quick, just like that. So we'll have to pop that out. Got to make the bushings for this one anyway, so no big deal. But as far as proof of concept on this one, winner chicken dinner, moves beautifully. So have no concerns at all about the other side. Shoot. Are we? Yeah, this one's not tight enough, that's all. I just got to tighten this one down some more. Okay, that fixed it. This washer was slipping here. It's not anymore, so we're good. None of them are slipping. So we're golden. All right. That does it. Moves beautiful too. So that's really going to make a difference in our ride. I'm sure of that. Thanks, Curtis. Appreciate it, buddy. Yep. I love hot rod stuff like this. This is fun. This is cool. And that's it. We're going to do more. We'll be back, but there's no point in me sharing lather, rinse, and repeat on that. You'll see all that when we put the front suspension together. Remember, My Car Shop, this is a real world shop. This isn't some fancy thing done for a show. This is the real world of what you deal with out in your garage with no unrealistic expectations whatsoever. It's the real deal. All right, that's going to do it. We'll be back. It's always about spending the day here in the shop. This was my day. It's actually evening. Beck's gone today, and I had a few hours this evening, and I thought, okay, this is a great project. I've been excited about fitting those control arms into the Chally. So, yes, I said Chally, and don't worry, it's got a posi too. And that infuriates you? This ain't the channel for you. I'd say that on purpose, just to infuriate the purists. I know that it's a Sure Grip, and I know that it's a Challenger. All right, we have merchandise down there. Grab that. We have channel memberships for as little as $5 a month. Just click the membership tab, and you can subscribe for that as well. And you'll get access to all kinds of behind-the-scenes content and early previews of videos. And there's all kind of stuff for those who are willing to pay the little bit to be an official Cool Kid Shop Rat channel member. All right, one more thing. This is My Car Shop, and this is kind of our thing. I don't want you to forget. Raw!